Alright guys, welcome to the channel. I want to do a video here. It's kind of a follow-up of our 3/8" set kit that you can pick up over at Lowe's or online at Lowe's. And then I also want to talk about the 1/4" drive, which is a smaller version of this, that both of them have their V-Series CRAFTSMAN ratchets that come with them. And a lot of people have come out and expressed their opinion of how well these work and how well they don't work. And I will grant you this. Back drag is the only downside to this ratchet. I might give you another one too, the head depth as well. But this is a dual pawl system, which requires it to be a slightly thicker head in order to regain or retain that tooth engagement so that they don't strip or break. So the item I think that's worth noticing here is that back drag. The back drag is a little bit on the heavy side. And I'll show you guys. You have to twist it about yay far, right? To get it to move in either direction. So it is on the higher end, and there's been some tests out there about that back drag and saying how terrible it is. Here's the truth behind it, at least as far as my experience, is out of the gate, yes, it's not great. Now, have I purchased other ratchets that do not have good back drag? Yes, even Snap-on ratchets that do not have good back drag right out of the gate. It just really comes down to how they were put together, and also to how well they've been lubed up. Now, I went ahead and I've been actually trying to tear this one apart. I'll let you guys kind of see it. I've been making a mess of that anvil. This is a brand new ratchet. This one came in this set, this one came in that set. So you have your millimeter set and your SAE set. They're the same ratchet, but I've been tearing into and trying to break open this sealed head because I want to see if it's possible to lubricate it. And there's been another YouTuber who actually cut this wide open, and you can see inside, he cut it right in the middle, it actually has a nice O-ring seal. It's a very thick seal on this front leading edge that keeps dirt from getting in. Great idea. But on the flip side, here where the lever is, there is no seal. So what I've done is, and there's multiple ways you guys can go about this, but I've actually taken an oil pin, and I've placed it here at the back, and I've slowly worked this lever while also spinning, and it allows you to get a little bit of oil down in there each time. So you guys see it there, and I recommend a fine oil, guys, because this is about, I think, 96 teeth for this one, and you want to point it down and let it spin back and forth, and it will eventually start to work its way down inside that hole. The key is to keep the momentum going on the lever along with gravity, and it'll work its way down there. And I would also say that synthetic oil is going to go further than, say, traditional oil in this case. But I've noticed that it's gotten looser much quicker. It is not nearly as bad now. I guess we'll turn it this way so you guys can see. Right? It's even better. Alright, so let's put them together here, and let's see how much work it takes. See that? It knocks right into it. Let's go this way. So let's see how much leverage it takes. So it's about half now, and I haven't even used this that much. It's about half as much work to now spin it. This actually spins quite nice. So my takeaway from this, guys, and believe what you want, go whichever route you want to go. But my belief is get it, use it, put some oil in it. You could even take this whole head, take a small glass, and dip it in the oil, and gravity will do its course, allowing it to fall inside there and oil up your ratchet head. But that's the key. These do not come with enough oil, in my opinion, or grease, because the one that was cut open, it had a little bit of grease down here in the selector, and there was no visible amounts up inside the head. So I think that's the problem. They're not well enough greased from the factory. So drop it in some oil, or try to feed some in to be the selector switch. It's a little bit quicker this way. Otherwise, you'll probably leave this in overnight or several nights, and maybe I'll do an experiment with that. But guys, it's still a great ratchet. It's 96 teeth. This one spins really nice and easy, and doesn't hang up that bad. Are there better ones out there, guys? Of course. There's much better ones. Koken's a perfect example. But I think if you bought this set, you're still going to be fine with these. And I'm going to go through with these ones too. I'm going to go ahead and try to get them lubed up because, yes, they are bad out of the gate. They do have bad back drag. Some are better than others, right? I'm actually looking at this one here. If you look in close, he actually has quite a bit of grease in him. And just from using him on the back, he actually feels a little bit better than this one that came in my kit. This one's still tight, still very tight. But the key is, guys, use them, spin them, work with them, put some more oil in them, and I think they fall right on par with your gear wrenches or your icons. It's not that far off at this point with this guy. He actually feels really good. So don't throw them away. They're still good ratchets. And if you guys know of a way to crack these open, I'd love to hear it. It's a sealed head. You're not supposed to be able to crack them open. There is a snap ring inside there holding it into place. I have tried putting this in a vise, smacking it on the head here. I've done a lot of different things. I'm trying to find a way to get it apart so I can attempt to do a better job lubricating it. But yeah, if you guys have an idea, I'm open to your suggestions. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. And I'll keep these videos coming your guys' direction. We'll talk to you guys soon.